And the bell has rung, and a very inauspicious start to this match, but it's not like the match we saw before, where each man had mutual respect. These two men have zero love loss between them, as you saw through our video package before this match. They have been battling, they have been warring for months and months and months. There is absolutely no admiration lost between Joey Lancaster and Jake Redondo.
Probably one of the greatest rivalries that we have seen here at SoCal Pro is the Radiant Sun, Jake Redondo, and the, again, new and improved Joey Lancaster, if you want to call it that. However, I will give where credit is due. The fact that the Golden State Championship has made its way to the main event segment here at SoCal Pro Genesis says a lot about the tenacity not only of Joey Lancaster, our champion, but also the Radiant Sun, the challenger in tonight's contest.
Now, boy, do I hate to say anything nice about Joey Lancaster, but when he deserves his flowers, he deserves his flowers. He has absolutely elevated the Golden State Championship. And Jake Redondo, this is his first ever main event here at SoCal Professional Wrestling.
As Jake Redondo plays a little bit of mind games here with our champion.
And this is yet again juxtaposed to our last match, where we had two veterans of the industry with over 2 decades and 1 decade of experience, whereas this match, it's two young men in the prime of their lives and the absolute height of their athleticism.
Athleticism indeed, as this contest promises to be very entertaining. A tremendous display of athleticism and agility. The SoCal Pro Golden State champion Joey Lancaster perhaps putting it all on the line here as he faces, we could argue, his greatest opponent as of yet. But what we're talking about here is not necessarily the skill of Jake Redondo, as he is still very young in the game, but the amount of determination, the tenacity, the sheer reverence, the motivation behind this young man is really what's going to make him a very compromising opponent for Joey Lancaster.
I mean, at the end of the day, you did mention it, he is not the most experienced person we've had in the ring this evening. However, I think the one word that can best describe Jake Redondo is prodigy. He is absolutely a prodigy of professional wrestling.
As both men not getting the better of either one, as we're still very early on in this contest. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for staying here late with us here tonight in Vista, as this was a very explosive evening going into the 2.5 hour here at SoCal Pro. As a gentle reminder, we are coming back on June 21st, Saturday, June 21st, as we will see apparently the career on the line of Judiz versus the title on the line of the ass-kicking machine, Matthias.
You mentioned thank you again for staying so late with us into our 2.5 hour, but you have to remember that 45 minutes of that was Joey Lancaster's entrance.
That's a very good point. As Joey Lancaster is definitely putting some challenges to me. My cardio is absolutely winded after announcing him. It takes about 6 or 7 minutes as we both men trade off roll-ups here, neither one getting the better of either one. Ducking the line goes Jake Lancaster to the ropes. Sunset flip, down goes Lancaster. Only a count of 1, kicking out there. Going in for another line. Big backslide now, it goes down Jake Redondo for the count of 1. And a nice roll-up there by Jake. Down for the count of 1 is Joey Lancaster. Both men back to their feet, sizing each other up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is SoCal Pro Wrestling.
You want to talk about cardio? That was a full 1.5 minutes of nothing but fluid motion between both of these competitors. Their cardio is off the scale. Their athleticism is unmatched here at SoCal Pro Wrestling. This is going to be a fight.
Both men now going in for the test of strength. Joey Lancaster trying to take advantage, getting caught up there as now he's facing some forearms by Jake Redondo. Going back to the buckle, shooting off to the other corner. Reversal there. In goes Jake. Up and over. Following up. Up and over goes Lancaster. Big cross body by Jake Redondo. He caught the better of that one. Into the arm drag. Down goes Lancaster. One more time for good measure. as Jake Redondo takes control of this match. Going into the buckle, up and over goes Jake Redondo.
We've seen this from him before. That shoulder to the gut, the sweep, and then he's gonna fly. Right up. Ooh. I mentioned we had seen it before, and so had Joey Lancaster.
Joey Lancaster definitely is one of experience, as he has seen that multiple times. Brought up the knees just in time. Again, hate to give any sort of credit to this young man, but he definitely does his homework when it comes to his opponents. Drop toe hold, down goes Lancaster, catches the boot to the face. Jake Redondo now back in control as this audience is very clearly behind the challenger here tonight. How amazing would it be if Jake Redondo came out of here as the new SoCal Pro Golden State Champion?
It would be absolutely amazing for no other count of two. It would be absolutely amazing for Jake Redondo to walk out as the new Golden State Champion, if for nothing else. So that way, Joey Lancaster would look a modicum less smug as he walks around the locker room.
Joey Lancaster on a bit of a winning streak, if you want to call it that, as Jake Redondo technically did win just a few short months ago, but we're talking about a disqualification. Oh, down goes Jake Redondo.
Not just a disqualification, in the epic tag match where Jake Redondo teamed with SoCal Pro royalty Jason Redondo, it was Jake Redondo who actually picked up the winning pin in that contest. But he has never pinned Joey Lancaster one-on-one. It has been an uphill battle since their first ever meeting here in SoCal Pro.
Tonight could very well be that night as Jake Redondo looks to become our brand new Golden State Champion. Will he do it? Only time will tell. But if Joey Lancaster has anything to say about it, Jake Redondo will be in. Oh my goodness, right on the throat. But Joey Lancaster certainly will not let it happen easily. Count of two. Only a count of two as it's still early on in this contest. Still trying to wear down Jake Redondo now with the side headlock. Mona, our super fan, is quite excited over there.
Well, just like our SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion Matthias only feels anger, I do believe our super fan Mona only feels excitement.
As always, as you should. This excitement is very contagious here at SoCal Pro. These people come nearly every single month. It's the same people, and then we just keep growing, folks. Every single month we get more and more people that fill in this building. Be one of the many. Oh my goodness, beautiful counter there.
Be one of the many to see that in person. What an amazing counter by Jake Redondo.
The phenomenal matches that we've seen so far tonight, and this being our main event, a possible new Golden State Champion could emerge here in just a few short minutes.
Now, I don't know if you caught that, Andy, but that was the second time that Jake Redondo had gone to the well with that diving crossbody. It worked the first time, he went back to it, and Joey Lancaster, just like with his signature tope to the inside, Joey Lancaster was able to capitalize and counter it. Jake Redondo is not going to be able to use the same moves that he's used in their prior encounters.
Again, we talk about that wealth of experience. Into the count now, two, only a count of two. That wealth of experience from Joey Lancaster, and the severe lack of experience by Jake Redondo is very prevalent as Jake Redondo continues to make these rookie mistakes as you would expect him to do. And unfortunately, now that he does not have his father next to him or in the corner, it's going to be ever more challenging to get the upper hand on Joey Lancaster at this point. Into the buckle, nice clothesline, neck breaker now. Lancaster back into the cover, 1, 2.
But you do have to remember, Andy, that when he picked up his victory over Joey Lancaster, admittedly by countout, his father was not in his corner at that moment. Jake Redondo has been striving to prove that he can stand outside of the shadow of his father.
And speaking of the shadow, as Joey Lancaster cast quite the shadow down on Jake Lancaster playing these games, something you will notice, Jake Lancaster, see, you got me doing it now, over Jake Redondo.
I don't appreciate you stealing my bit there, Andy.
Oh, nice neck breaker. As Jake Redondo on the upper side now. But again, how much more does he have in the tank? That is going to be the question. That will be the deciding factor of how far he can go with this. Lancaster to his feet first, but Jake a little bit more fresh as he goes in with the punch. Nice little finesse. Huge back elbow to the side of the face. In hit goes the ropes. Ducking under the leg. Inchiguri, down goes Lancaster. No, Lancaster still on his feet, staggering, however. Ducking the line, big belly to back. Reversal by Lancaster sends Jake Redondo into the buckles. Comes back out with a huge clothesline, turning Lancaster inside out. This is that tenacity we were talking about, folks. The face of the radiant sun as he attempts to fulfill his dad's legacy, becoming possibly the next Golden State champion here tonight.
Once again, that was a move that Jake Redondo has used in prior encounters with Joey Lancaster, and I believe that an effective counter to a counter is taking your opponent's head off with a clothesline.
Oh my goodness, is Joey Lancaster almost going completely out. Lucky to save himself there. Oh! Draped him across the ropes as Lancaster now on the outside, not in a favorable position. As we have noted from Jake Redondo, he is not afraid to go to the outside if necessary. But again, we don't want to find ourselves in a similar position as he was when he did not be able to get that championship.
Jake Redondo's got some intentions in mind, and he's gonna fly! Big suicide dive to the outside. And just like you mentioned, he is no stranger to taking things outside the ring. As
big
one
dive
more
again.
time, as we saw during that video, that big suplex he hit onto the ramp just a few months ago.
Calling it for one more time as Lancaster now in there with a huge knee to the face. Up on the shoulders now, what are we gonna see is Jake Redondo fights out of it. Go behind, perhaps looking for that soul food, no. Big slam by Lancaster, into Lancaster onto the mat, two. Only a count of two as Jake Redondo inches ever so closely to that championship belt he came here for tonight. And we see this look all the time, this Joey Lancaster, this look that he gives all the time, this smugness, this look of very seriousness, and we're not seeing that here. This is a little bit different. We are in a little bit of a different playing field as Lancaster looks almost beaten, almost like he knows he's getting defeated right now, as if he's having some sort of self-doubts. We have not seen this in this man in over a year.
I don't know if Joey Lancaster has the capacity for self-doubt. He is so self-absorbed that I don't know if he has ever doubted himself or his abilities once. But here's the thing, Andrew. It's very hard to argue that he should with how much he's achieved in such a short career already, and showing the prowess that he does. Unfortunately, he doesn't have much reason to doubt himself. As you can see there, big knee off the top rope.
That was indeed a big knee with all that force. Down goes Redondo. This could be it here. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, only a count of two, but that was like 2 3/4. As Lancaster inches closer and closer to defending his championship. The referee can't believe it. Lancaster can't believe it. I don't even know if Redondo can believe it if he even knows where he is at this point.
To be honest, I can't believe it. I've never quite seen a move like that, and I know Jake hasn't. But unfortunately, now he knows what it feels like.
Listen to this crowd. They are not appreciative of this man. And look, there's that look of smugness that I was talking about was absent just a few moments ago. Choking on the rope, blatant choke now, ref. Get him out of there, please. As Lancaster jumps in under the bottom rope and a big smack to the side of the face, the disrespect. And look at the look on this fine gentleman. This fine gentleman. I got talked about by my language before.
You said one thing, but you meant another.
I definitely meant another. I meant a different F word.
finesse. Finesse is the word.
Oh my goodness. And finessed a little bit too much there as Jake Redondo at least attempted to take advantage as he gets back draped, his throat across that rope. Jake Redondo though, with a big surprise drop kick off the top.
As Joey Lancaster finessed around and found out.
Jake Redondo is at a point now where this could make or break his momentum. Big over the top. And down go both men to the floor. And this is still anybody's contest. And this is what it's all about, folks. These championship matches, all about this tenacity. As we take one more look here.
Look at the athleticism of Jake Redondo. He cleared the top rope with that dive to the outside.
That athleticism far makes up for the lack of experience that this young man has. Not to mention his heart, his courage, his tenacity.
But like I mentioned, he's a prodigy when it comes to the ring. And absolutely, what does not hurt is, like we mentioned, his dad, Jason Redondo, he's got that pedigree. He's got that natural training. But natural genetic training only comes so far.
Going for that move again. Going for the boots. Reversed by Jake Redondo. Beautiful move there. I have never seen that before. I don't even know what you'd call that, but that was gorgeous.
A draping reverse power ouchie.
You should market that. Only a count of 2. This is absolutely amazing, folks. This is everything that I thought it would be, plus more. This Golden State Championship main event here at SoCal Pro.
Yeah, trademark that.
Trademark that.
Okay, sorry, I was on the phone to my agent.
Yes, of course. Jake Redondo seems to have a little bit more of oomph in his step than Joey Lancaster at this point, but now Joey Lancaster pulling up. Listen to this crowd chanting for Jake, Jake, Jake. Big right hook, sets Lancaster up on the top rope. What are we gonna see here as he drapes both feet over the top? There was nowhere to go but down at this point.
I believe Jake Redondo is looking for the superplex.
Blocked by Lancaster, big punches to the gut.
Well, if you were gonna be dropped 9 feet from the sky, I would absolutely block it as well.
Lancaster now reversing. What is this now? Going in for that sunset, but hanging on. Nope. What are we gonna see here? Hang on there, didn't get all of it. Was able to sneak away, going for the super kick, caught. Super kick of his own. Down goes Jake Redondo. This could be it here. 1, 2. Only a count of 2.
Gigantic super kick. I don't know if you noticed, but as Jake Redondo landed, it looked like he almost tweaked his knee. I wonder if that's going to bring a shift in the balance of momentum between these two competitors.
Well, Joey Lancaster needs all the help he can get because it seems like every single tool that he has in his arsenal is not quite putting down the radiant sun here tonight. And if I was the fighting champion, I would definitely be a little bit concerned that perhaps my title looks like it might be just barely slipping out of my hands.
With the precarious position Jake Redondo's in now.
Big drop kick to the side of the face.
Oh.
And there is no getting up from that, and take anything you want. But Jake Redondo tried his best for the count of 3.
And still, your Golden State champion. Oh my God!
What? Unbelievable as Jake Redondo kicks out at the count of 2 3/4.
That was an almost coast-to-coast boot across the face, the cranium of Jake Redondo, and somehow Jake Redondo was still able to kick out. As you mentioned, both of these gentlemen are going to need to pull every single thing out of their bag, out of their arsenal, and just like that, Jake Redondo with that big DDT he inherited from his dad.
DDT but can't capitalize on it. Look at this as Lancaster slithers away like a snake, just inching his way out, saving his sorry hide so he would make sure he was not getting the pinfall. And if he stays out there, all he has to do is lay down. That's all he has to do, and he walks out of here still our Golden State champion.
We've seen it before. Joey Lancaster is not afraid to take the count-out loss because, remember, the title cannot change hands via count-out or disqualification.
And that's Jake Redondo. He knows that very much for sure.
It is called the champion's advantage for a reason, and Jake needs to get Joey back into the ring. Not that way,
that
Jake.
Is the wrong.
That is not the ring.
The other way, Jake. The other way. This is not a smart move by Jake Redondo.
I'm wondering if that kick that we saw Joey Lancaster hit on Jake Redondo earlier messed with his sense of direction.
Jake Redondo now going into the ring and coming back out of it. Very smart.
Refreshing that count of 10.
Maybe perhaps an homage to Shabu as he goes over the top. Shades of Sabu. As Jake Lancaster taking this fight to the audience. This is not a no disqualification match.
It is not a no disqualification match, but let's see this one more time. The tribute to Sabu. Shades of old ECW as up and big drop onto Joey Lancaster.
The legend could not be any more proud, I'm sure, as Jake Redondo inches ever so closer to becoming a new Golden State champion. But Lancaster again, no! Oh my goodness.
Locking the leg, Joey Lancaster with the ultimate sign of disrespect, using Jake's own move against him.
And that's very intentional. You got to figure that is not something that he just pulled out of the well because he stole it. He is literally sending a message. And again, look, instructing the referee, count him out, he's already done. Jake Redondo only right now suffering a count of 3, but still no movement from this young man, and that DDT could very well have put him away.
I don't know if it's very well could have. I think it very well has.
We are just under halfway, at the halfway mark now, as Jake Redondo barely starting to even fidget his legs. He has very little time at this point to get in. But listen to this audience encouraging this young man to fight through it as he comes back into the ring.
That is incredible. A DDT onto the apron of the ring. Very few people know that.
Powerbomb. Only a count of 2.
Oh my God.
Only a count of 2.
Jake Redondo with that deadlift powerbomb and a DDT to the apron of the ring. Very few people know this. That is the hardest part of the ring. It's not common knowledge.
It's not common knowledge. Nobody's ever said that before. I'm surprised you knew that. That's crazy. As Jake Redondo looking like he's in a tremendous amount of trouble, and Lancaster knows it, and he loves it, and he is relishing in it. He's enjoying every single minute of this. He knows that he is favorable now to win this contest.
I've said it before. Joey Lancaster thinks every single person in this room, in this world, is beneath him. And unfortunately,
missing that with a huge super kick.
Sometimes it's hard for him to say it's wrong, but not this time. And 2.
Unbelievable as this contest has surprise after surprise after surprise. You don't even know what to expect as you keep on thinking that you've seen it all, you've done it all, we have our chance, we have our path to victory, and it is still continuously going.
As we cross into the 40th minute of the second hour,
this contest going extraordinarily long, is longer than we thought it would be, as Joey Lancaster and Jake Redondo leaving it all in the ring. Give credit to both men where credit is due.
But it's hard to argue with the SoCal Pro Wrestling fans. This match, this entire evening, truly has been awesome.
As both men now trading blows with the very little gas they have in their systems. As a big knee to the face, and a reciprocal, a big boot to the face. Down goes both men again. And I hate to say it, but we might be right back at square zero. This might be an even playing field once again. This still could be any person's contest.
When you've got two evenly matched competitors such as these, when you've got two people that are in the prime and absolutely hate each other, it is not going to be easy to end this contest.
As big blows go back and forth, Jake Redondo getting his win, ducking the line as Lancaster, big in with the cutter, or the stunner. This has got to be it here. 1, 2, unbelievable, only a count of 2 again. How many near falls are we gonna see here? As Jake Redondo, nearly lifeless on that mat. Joey Lancaster with a look of perhaps anger that I have not yet seen on this young man's face.
It's exasperation.
And now,
what does Joey Lancaster have to do?
Why is he, he's making his way towards now. Hey, leave me alone. Leave me alone, I got nothing to do with any of this. Oh, now he's taking his belt. What's he gonna do with that? What's the point of this? Is he taking his belt and going home? Is that what he's, no, he's going back in there. He's going back in there with the belt. What are you doing?
Joey Lancaster saw that it worked for Eddie Islas. It looks like he's about to get himself disqualified.
You can't do this. Don't do this. And again, what am I talking about? This is like talking about kids not eating candy. This young man can't stop cheating. This is what he does best, but ducking goes. Jake Redondo into the super kick. Lancaster goes down. Big DDT. Down he goes. Could this be it? 1, 2. 2! Only a count of 2! And that was the nearest of the near falls, and this audience can't believe it. And neither can we as we're looking on. That's what it's all about, that belt, that SoCal Pro Golden State Championship is what this is all about. This is the driving factor, this is the motivation, and look at Jake Redondo looking at it. Look at him looking at it. He knows how important this is, and he knows how much heart he needs to take that puppy home. Jake Redondo, we believe in you, buddy. You can do this. Bring it home now, baby. Bring it home.
The main event of SoCal Pro Wrestling Genesis, the Golden State Championship. They are going to run until the wheels fall off.
Is Jake Redondo really considering doing the unthinkable here? Using this belt to his advantage as Joey Lancaster would.
I've said it before, he needs to bring up something new.
And he refuses. This young man is everything good. Oh, hell no. 2. Kicking out. Yes, Jake Redondo still in this fight. Oh no, big boot to the face as Jake Redondo now goes down for the second time. This could be it. 1, 2. And again, another kick out goes Jake Redondo. Jake Redondo had the opportunity. He had the opportunity to end this match. He had the opportunity to put Joey Lancaster down, but he dug down deep in himself and found the good and realized he could not bring himself down to Lancaster's level. That is the difference between these two men. It's not the fight, it's not the tenacity, it's not the experience, it's the amount of human dignity that both these men share, and clearly Jake Redondo has much more than Joey Lancaster.
But at the end of the day, Joey Lancaster, while he may not have dignity, while he may not have honor, he does have the Golden State Championship, and that is for a reason. He is one of the most dominant stars in SoCal Pro Wrestling, in Southern California in general. And I don't know, after everything we've seen, I don't know what Jake Redondo is going to have to do to end this match.
As Joey Lancaster sizing up his opponent, waiting for Jake Redondo to come to his feet, up to the top, springboard, cut by the super kick. Could this be it? 2. Only a count of 2. What do we have to do? What has to happen here to put that man away? As Jake Redondo might even be reconsidering using that belt. He had the opportunity and didn't use it. As Jake Redondo just dug his own grave, did he seal his fate? Did he ensure that he was going to walk away here without that title tonight?
You know, I hate to agree with Joey Lancaster, but you might be right. It might have been a mistake not to use that belt, not to put away Joey Lancaster, because I don't know. Jake Redondo has used every single thing in his arsenal. I don't know if he has anything left. I haven't seen him use. What is it going to take to put Joey Lancaster away to end this?
Big knee to the face goes Joey Lancaster. Jake Redondo responds reciprocally with a boot to the face. Go behind, perhaps looking for that short arm clothesline. No, ducked out by Joey Lancaster. Insecurity to the side of the head. Down goes Jake Redondo, down to the knee. Joey Lancaster now looking to put him away, perhaps. Drag goes down, Joey Lancaster caught with another super kick. As Jake Redondo found himself in this position before, but this could very well be a brand new opportunity for him to bring home that championship. Look at the determination. A second super kick for good measure.
It's a super kick party here at SoCal Pro Wrestling Genesis.
Listen to this crowd go nuts.
Every single person is on their feet because they want to see a new SoCal Pro Golden State Champion crowned.
Unbelievable, and that might be it here. 1, 2, he got him!
I said that Jake Redondo was going to have to bust out something new, and I've never seen him use that before.